Open house. All right, we're recording. So this training idea came about because I have not had a home party in a very long time, and in like 2 months. And so one of the best things to do when you haven't had a party in a while is to throw your own party. And there's no better time to do it than right before the holidays. So and I know that I'm not alone. I know that many of you have gone a month or two or more, if you'd admit it, from having a home party. So we're just going to have a nice discussion. This isn't me presenting. This isn't Kristen or Aaron presenting. This is just like a round table discussion of what our plans are for having an open house this holiday season. So who wants to share their ideas or their fears of hosting an open house?
Well, I think personally that I've got some team members who thrive in this offer. There are some people who, are kind of in the middle of nowhere on my team. That they always feel like they're struggling there. And then also people who, don't have a lot of space is another issue. So we could maybe discuss other options versus not always having it at your home.
Yeah.
I thought that might be an idea too. So those are two things that I think not my personal experience, but things I've heard I thought we could bring up and talk about.
Yeah, for sure. My first thought when I think about having people over, I'm a very social person, but I get nervous having people over to my house. I don't know why, but I get like anxiety about this is my weirdness, about the germs, especially on their shoes, because we're a shoes off house. Like, you don't wear your shoes in my house, right? But I'm really awkward about asking people to take their shoes off. So people will wear them, and in the back of my head I'm like, please take your shoes off, but how are they supposed to know? And for some reason I'm just incredibly awkward about that, and I feel weird asking people to do it. So that's my hang up always about having a party, is I'm gonna have to ask people to take their shoes off. That's so lame, but it's true. So I'm actually having my open house in my garage.
I love that.
I mean, I'm fortunate to have a garage, and I'm not going to be able to obviously park in my garage while I do this, but I'm turning my garage into a vendor space. I'm setting up my tables like I normally do at a vendor event. All my stuff's going to be out just like it would be at any normal show, and tablecloths and everything. I'm even going to hang some Christmas lights in there just to give it a little holiday feel. I'll turn the heater on so it won't be so, cold in there, and bring out the wine and cookies and chairs and music, and just kind of create that atmosphere in my garage. So I try to find a way to negate my fear of having people in my house by just doing it in my garage. Keep them outside.
There you go.
Now, Tracy, you and I had talked. You have something coming up, right? You said you were going to do an open house of some sort.
We're doing a neighborhood. We had a few new neighbors move in, and we're sort of the farmland up here. So we're going to have a cookout to get together. We didn't get to do it before Thanksgiving, so we're hoping this December.
Love that.
I like it.
So it's a joint effort. I like that.
Well, so that was one of my things I was going to say is a shared fact I've learned in the last year was that if you can get couples there to your event, it actually yields higher sales for you, because apparently women get in their brains and get all frugal and think that they're can't spend the money, even if it's for Christmas shopping, right? But for whatever reason, when their partner's there, they feel like either the partner's like, yeah, just go for it, like blah, 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 or they just feel like they have the ability to just spend the money, and they spend. So even if it's like the cookout, I think that's awesome.
Really?
Or it's football season, so
Outside?
the guys could come over for a game, right? If the guys will leave the TV, but figure out a way that you can get couples there, and I think that's an awesome idea.
Yeah, I like that. I'm gonna do an incentive for people to bring a guest. So I created an event on my VIP page. I'm a huge proponent of Facebook VIP groups. I love them. They were a life changer to my business, or a game changer to my business. Not a life changer. That's weird. But yeah, so I created the event, and I wrote on there that you know, I encourage everyone to bring a guest. Kind of like, you know, bring a guest, get a gift, you know, when you do a home party. And so everyone that's RSVPing, yes, I'm private messaging them and saying, hey, just so you know, if you bring a guest that's not already in my VIP page, you know, I have an extra special gift for you. So it's just another way to provide customer service. I'm also calling it a customer appreciation holiday shopping event. So I'm not calling it like an open house, so it doesn't sound like salesy. I'm making it sound like I'm providing this as a service to you, because you'll any opportunity you get to turn it around to make it, you know, giving instead of taking, that's obviously better. So so yeah, and of course, if you can advertise or if you can provide some type of food or refreshments, like I said, I'm just doing wine and cookies, but you know, doesn't have to be alcohol. You don't have to drink to have a good time.
Now, I've found with my years of catering, if I'm doing an event, I always say, like the cookouts we do, get-togethers, like neighborhood watch things or something that we get to, always say that you're going to provide the meat and dessert. Otherwise, you're going to have 15 desserts show up at the event.
That's true.
That is true.
That's true. Yeah.
Now, I like the, we were talking about trying to think of themes, Jamie, and I really liked, you know, I know we were all talking kind of off here about ways we could make it so it would be beneficial to the client, not just for them to be able to come and last minute shop, but also the idea of like kind of doing a trade in.
Yeah.
So, you know, and I kind of wanted to bring that up because I'm sure there's quite a few of us here that may or may not have personal stash on hand. So we don't want to always assume that, you know, inventory needs to be there, that it really doesn't have to be there. You know, you can have people come to your house and not have to have inventory, but you could, you know, have drinks and like you said, some food or whatever, and then have people order, like they could sniff and they could take samples and stuff like that. But also being able to maybe offer them bringing, I think you mentioned like you used to break up the bars, like they could bring bars that they don't like, and then they could break up the bars and put them in Ziploc bags and share them with anybody that's attending, like so they could kind of trade bars
for anyone bar. Yeah,
exactly. And then
I usually do that in January because January tends to be a slower party month. So I called it ReGiftedPalooza.
I like it.
And so, I had people bring in, they could trade in old used warmers, and they would get like a product credit for it. So like $10 or $15, depending on the warmer.
Yeah.
Or they would just swap with each other because like one man's trash is another man's treasure type of thing.
Exactly.
And so they would get a brand new warmer, and actually, at the one particular, I've done two of them. At the one, everyone was so happy with the new used warmer that they got that they didn't actually buy anything, which, you know what, that's totally fine. Because like I said, it's a customer service, you know. So,
yeah, and you could do that with the whole white elephant.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah, that's how it was. They got like priority points for the white elephant exchange if they brought a friend, if they participated in the bar swap, if they donated to, we were doing a toy drive, if they donated to our toy drive, like we had a couple different things that they could do to kind of get priority, and then we swapped, and then, you know, they can kind of trade each other out or whatever as they go. But then we also had a swap my bar where all I did was I bought those little snack bags of Ziplocs and a bunch of Sharpies, and it was 1 cube per bag. So, you know, if you have 6 bars that each have like 2 or 3 cubes in them, you just bring them, break off each cube individually in each baggie, and then you label the baggie, and then you just literally swap cube for cube. And I know I personally have a ton just for my own personal stash.
Yeah, like me too.
In my closet, not my stockpile. I have that I tried that I didn't like, or tried and found something better, or, you know, forgot about or whatever. So and I feel like every Scentsy user has that.
Yeah.
So those ideas, I think, for me personally, those are things I like to do in the J months, January, June, and July, when sales tend to be a little slower, to kind of spice things up for this holiday open house. I'm mostly just focusing on customer appreciation. I'm going to do swag bags and put all those extra samples. We got a bunch of samples in our last warm of the month subscription, like lotions and things. I'm just gonna package everything up and make it look pretty, and give that to everyone who comes. So you don't even have to purchase to get one of those, because I really want I want them to say, like, wow, even if I didn't buy anything, like, Jamie really appreciates me,
Yeah.
So
I like that idea of swag bags, just a little bit better than your regular, goodie bags. Because, I'm like kind of famous for my goodie bags.
Yeah. And I may even ask, and I've done this before too, I may even ask some of my other direct sales friends, like from networking groups and things, like if they have samples or something I could put in the bag just to beef it up. So it's not just me, it's like, they're also going to get like a Mary Kay sample, or they're also going to get a little, Tastefully Simple, something like that. And that way it's more value, and you're helping them, and then they
like that.
ask you, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I really like that idea.
Baby, networking. Yeah.
Yeah. And it helps them
to
help you.
Yeah.
And they don't have to be there.
But your customer appreciates it too. Like, then it's a really extra goodie bag,
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
totally.
Yeah. So one of the things also, like, without having a ton of stock, and this is a good thing for parties to do as well, is letting people visualize things. So you might not have stock on hand, but you might still have your boxes from your own personal warmers, or you might have just a handful of warmers. So we have all the different bundle and save options, which is awesome. And you can kind of tell people or show them the sheet and how they could break that down into gifts. But if you can actually show it and have different bundles kind of set up on the table, just as how many gifts they can get out of one package, that helps a lot too.
Yeah.
So, and even for parties, just getting people to see that, and then they're more likely to order that as well.
Yeah, especially when you buy your six sets. So your 6 sets of scent circles, room sprays, doing the teachers' gifts that way. Yeah, I think we even had the I'm sure everybody has seen the floating around the coffee mug with the room spray, the scent circle. Look at the little thingy on the top. Yeah, a lot of people are doing that, and a lot of people are having a lot of success with that. That is something that's low expense. Mm-hmm. So that's definitely something you could showcase. Hey, or here's your end result. This is what you could do. You could knock out 6 teachers, or a school bus driver, and cafeteria lady, whatever. I love those little gifts, and that would you're making it simple for your client. Mm-hmm. So I think it kind of does depend on when you're having your open house. Of course, let's say if it's this week and it might be cutting it close on, getting a few extra things, but maybe if you had another week or so to order a few things off of an open party or whatever to get your goodie free or half off, then, it might be beneficial. But
and your extras aren't limited to mugs. Like, you can think outside the box. Like, we have these awesome new bath bombs, and the dollar store has like those little like loofahs and like scrubby things. You can do like a whole little like spa basket or spa bag, just products we have, and just adding a few extra touches just to make it something giftable. So it's not just like, here's a bath bomb, here's a hand cream, here's a body, whatever. Like, here is an actual spa package. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, and I think that's the appealability of, if that's a word.
I like that. I like that new word.
Is the
I'm gonna write that one down.
Of it, right? Like, people like the price point. It's cheap, but it's actually a really nice gift. So you could do a bunch of little packages like that for $25 less. So you could do like, but Target and Walmart always has those little decorative boxes, and you can fit a mini warmer and a bar in it, and it looks cute. A $25 package, right? So you could do, make a bunch of little sample gift bundles like that and display as an idea of what you get.
Yeah. Me likey.
Mm-hmm.
Likey. So
what is that?
What's
An
that?
ornament? Does a bath bomb fit in that?
You're muted, Tracy. You're
These are the 140 or 144 millimeter plastic balls, and they fit a bath bomb, and they fit 3 Scentsy bars in. So I decorated them, and I'm going to give these as little gifts.
That's
Where did
awesome.
you find those?
Amazon.
Make a cooking game out of those too at your holiday party.
Right?
Yeah.
And these are great gifts, I guess, for the parties, like a surprise gift. They don't know if there's going to be wax bars in them for the door prizes or a bath bomb.
So
I
where did you
like that.
So all I did was paint the inside and put a little snow inside, and I can just pop it together and put a bow on it.
So you painted it.
Yeah, I painted it. Let me see. I taped this one.
Oh, you're one of those crafty people.
Yes.
I'm not.
Jamie is not.
And Erin, we talked about the little mantle I did with the warmers. I got 3 sales. They're going to start collecting warmers to do a village.
Oh, that's awesome. She's got her whole like above the window.
Let me go plug it in, and I'll actually turn my cam where you guys can see it if you guys would like.
That's awesome. Yeah, I would love
Actually,
that.
did you have a little bundle there that you made?
Yeah, I have a event on Saturday, so I just did some little bundles. I found the container thing at the Target.
Yeah. Oh, that's cute.
The dollar Target thing, and it just has I got a couple different ones. That one had a room spray and a car bar, and I put a sample in, and of course my information. And then this one has the body wash and I think scent circle,
Awesome.
just for different gifts. And then I have the mug one with another room spray and scent circle. And then I have some other boxes I'm trying to figure out
What fits in them?
yeah, just what it looks good. And I have some buckets too that I got.
Look
I
at
think
Those are
for like
cute.
$3.
Yeah.
so
At
cute.
People can
Target. I was
reuse
gonna
those
put-
things, so it's good to like actually get things that they can reuse.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna put like a nightlight in that one, but I'm setting those up for the event just so people like can grab them real quick.
So then you'll have them
Since
ready
it's right
if you
before Christmas.
you'll have them ready
What?
if you ended up doing an open house. That would be awesome.
Yeah,
Ash-
I'm hoping they sell, but if not, then I'll just have them for the open house too, because I plan on doing one of those.
Definitely.
Awesome.
Okay, there's my warmers plugged in up on, I've got a shelf above my windows that I had my carpenter build.
Wow.
And all I did was use garland and white lights and Scentsy warmers.
That's cool.
Awesome. Which warmers are they? It's hard to see.
I've got, let me see if I can turn the light on it.
I know when the lights are on, there's always like a glare.
Let me see.
You should take a picture and make a flyer out of that. I feel like that's like flyer material.
Yeah, let's see if I,
She's got snowman.
I know I got 2 snowmen.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
That's cool.
Snowman
Oh.
countdown.
I got the tinsel. And,
Oh, Saint Nick.
Down the chimney, maybe.
Yep.
and instead of plugging the warmers in, all of them, we actually used the tinsel lights.
That's
Inserted tinsel lights, the battery operated one.
That's smart.
And then you start showing
No
those
more.
to people, and they're like, "Oh, I want to have a village." Remember, because all those little houses people used to buy, and they get the pretend snow, and they put it
Well,
on
when
their.
you said village, I was thinking that it's the Habitat for Humanity village. I was like, oh, you did a No Place Like Home and a Habitat for Humanity. Like that's what I was thinking. And then
But that would probably look cool up there too.
the big one and the little one, and that is cool.
But I think I've got a third or fourth sale coming on just by seeing that, and they want to start collecting warmers every year.
Yay! I
That's
like it.
Awesome. One of my number one goals with this open house that I'm hosting is I'm declaring 2018 the year of the party. It's the year of the party. I even have my little postcards made up here, year of the party. So my number one goal is to book parties at this open house. So, but I want to do it in a way that's not like, hey, well, thanks for coming. Host a party for me. Like, here's a cookie. Now host a party. Like, you know what I mean? You have a way of making them want to host a party without being, kind of cheesy. Although it's really hard for me sometimes not to be cheesy because I just can't help it. So what I'm gonna do, what I'm planning on doing is having another extra table display of party ideas, and so I'm going to have a sign. And when I do this, I'll take a picture and I'll share it with everyone so you can see how I actually do it. But I'm just picturing like a card table, like a small table with a nice tablecloth on it and a bunch of like picture frame signs that say like, and it's just it's not gonna say host a party. It's just gonna say bingo party, right? And so I'll have my little bingo set up with my bingo cards, my bingo wheel. I got it from like Five Below, which is it's like a dollar store, right? So all those cheap little things. So I got it from there. So that way you can do a bingo party. I'm gonna have a couple bottles of wine, and the little ranking cards for doing like a wine tasting party. I'm just gonna have this sitting there. I'm not gonna say anything about host a party. They're just like, they're meant to be conversation pieces for people to say, oh, what's this, right? And then I can say, well, wouldn't it be fun to host a bingo party or a wine tasting party? So I think I had 4 ideas. So I was going to do bingo. I was also going to put bunko out because everyone likes to play bunko. I don't really know how to do a bunko party, but I'll figure it out. If someone wants to do it,
we will cook it, and then we will cook it.
Yeah. If you build it, they will come. And then the wine tasting party. And then I was also going to do a DIY party, like a make and take. So I am not Miss buy a clear bulb and paint the inside of it and make it look pretty. I would probably put tape on the inside of it as opposed to painting. I was just thinking of like, I could use blue painter's tape for that. Like, do it. But what I can do is buy little mason jars and sugar and oil and our oils and create sugar scrubs, right? They're super easy to make those. So it would be like a make and take sugar scrub party where we, make our own, and I would have all my sample bottles so they can pick whatever scent they want to make from my samples. And to do that, I think that would be really fun. And so I'll have a little sample of the sugar scrub there. Again, just as a conversation piece. It's not meant to be like, hey, host a party, pick a flip flop and get a prize, or pick a Santa hat and it's that. You can do that, and I've done that, and I've been successful at it. But I more want this to feel like a customer appreciation thing, so that when I host another one, like those little jars. Exactly, Erin.
I've had these for a really long time. I got them in the dollar spot at Target.
And now you know what to use them for.
$1. Can you see that?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I was picturing. Yeah, I know my like the actual dollar store has like a couple of them for $1 because I've bought them before and threw them out because I didn't know what I was going to do with them, and decluttered and threw them out.
I'm excited to have those.
But anyway, yeah, exactly. I get it all out of my house. So anyway, so that's one of the things that I'm really excited about. I'm hoping that I can have like a percent discount on booking. Basically, like, so for every 10 people that come, I want to book at least one party, which I think that's a very low ratio. It should be higher than that, but if I can just book 2 parties for January, maybe 2 parties for February, get the party train rolling in 2018, that's my number 1 goal, ahead of sales.
Who has parties booked for January already here?
I have one for the 15th of January.
She's the winner.
Angel, that's awesome. Woohoo!
Wow.
This is go.
So we really need to like seriously focus on booking some parties, and I think this is a really great idea. I love the idea of the theme, like standing out from other people's ideas. I know that the bingo thing is like brand new. A lot of people have just started doing it, so I think it's going to be a big seller. I love wine. I'm sure pretty much everybody here, at least half of us love wine. So, but I like the idea. You said there was something about cards with the wine.
Yeah. So the way the wine tasting party works is basically everybody brings a bottle of wine, and it's basically a wine tasting. So you bring your bottle of wine, and we put it in a very classy brown paper bag, and we label it like ABCD, right? And then you just sip from it, and whoever brings the best bottle of wine, so you like rank them. And depending on how many people there are, you could do reds versus whites, or you can just do it all together. Whoever, brought the best wine that everyone loved, you can give them an extra prize. You can give them a little swag bag. You can give them a couple extra samples. You can give them whatever extra things you wanted to give them. But it's fun, and obviously you're sampling a lot of wine, so it gets really fun.
I like that. That's really cute.
Yeah.
Did you see at Reunion this summer the warmer pong?
I did.
Yeah. So I just remembered that, and I was like, that could be a cool way. Well, if you don't want to be pushy, this wouldn't be a good way for party bookings, but you could make it a party booking special, but you could just make it customer appreciation too. And based on which warmer they get the ball in is what
they get a different prize. Yeah.
And
sure.
all small stuff, right? But that would be, it's just fun. I want someone to come in right to the shopping event, not feel pressured. I want them to laugh and have fun, and it just be lighthearted. And that might be a way that you can kind of get that done.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah. Or bra pong. Bra pong's always fun too.
That's good too. I still have mine set up in my basement.
My bras are kind of falling off of it though. They were used heavily at my last party, so
I guess I'm out of the loop. I don't know what you guys are talking
so you
about.
have I had to jump over too many boxes to get it.
Started doing it. And so for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, parties, but you just, glue a bunch of bras to the poster board and shoot the ball in it.
Yeah. You're just trying to get the balls in the cups, literally. Yeah. And then you can you can either use it as a booking game, like, oh, you got it in the top cup, that's a free mini warmer when you host a party, or oh, you got it in this cup, that's a free bar of wax, or that's a free 6-pack, or that's a free sample, or that's a free high five, or whatever you want to give away, right? A free hug, right? You don't have to give away Scentsy. You can just give away love, like, yay. So, but yeah, I'm super excited. There was another party theme that I had. I think there were 4 that I wanted to put out, and I just can't remember them. But it was definitely bingo bunko. So like a game night, the wine tasting, the make and take. I can't remember the other one.
I mean, you can still do a laundry party or focus on the body line, the bath, and
a spa party.
You could get like a spa party. Bring a big bowl and put their bath bombs in it, and they could stick their feet in it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Kind of a cute idea, I guess.
So can we talk a little bit about, 1, locations if you can't do it at your house, and then 2, just get the word out and inviting, and what best practices with that to get people actually to your event.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. So I'm doing mine in my garage, but I've also done them in restaurants. So it's not like you're set. Like as long as you're not doing cash and carry, you can meet anywhere, right? With just some catalogs and whatever little sample goodie bags. Meet at the bar and just give everyone like a little goodie bag of whatever, and that type of a thing. You could do it like that. There's also a lot of free like restaurant spaces that you can use. A lot of restaurants have extra rooms that you can use, and as long as you're ordering food, they don't charge you for them. We've done those in the past as well. So yeah, there's lots of other places you can meet. Depending on where you live and what your weather's like, you might even be able to do it outside.
That's true.
Yeah, and you never know. A lot of people have connections at like VFWs and those types, like American Legion type buildings, banquet halls, where you could end up doing cash and carry.
Yeah, and in theory, you could even do this online. Like you could do this through a Zoom party. Like imagine, say you can't have people over to your house because you have a small house, or your kids are crazy, or your dogs are crazy, or your husband's crazy, or whatever, right? You can just have a Zoom party just like this. Get your customers on Zoom, And then you can either show them your display,
Go to sleep.
right? Or you can play games just like this so that they can win prizes and feel appreciated. There's other ways to do it without having people to your house. So never, if you want to do it, you'll find a way to make it happen.
And can I just share, we did, through my networking group, we've done some vendor events in clubhouses of communities. And this year we went to a restaurant and found that it was not well attended. And our guess is because when you're in the community, you're catching people either coming home or heading out. So we had, it was more convenient than it was to go to a restaurant or something like that, as long as the whole community knows about the event.
Yeah, I love that. Community centers, for sure. Those little like meeting places in neighborhoods. That's good. Yeah, and I think the key is with these open houses is they're really not about sales. Like sales, I think, are secondary. Like in my head, customer appreciation and bookings should be the two things that you have like going on in your head when you're planning it, when you're trying to figure out, how you're going to orchestrate this. How can I make my customers feel appreciated? Because number one, you want them to come back to you to buy in the future. But number two, when you have another event, you want them to come. You don't want them to say, ugh, that was awful, I'm never going again, right? Or that was such a waste of time, right? So you really want to provide some sort of value to them, whether it's through a swag bag or yummy cookies or warmer pong or free hugs, whatever.
I saw something before I jumped online, and this isn't something that everybody can offer, but I thought it was a really cool idea. The idea of the swag bag with getting people to try something that they are going to end up loving, and then they'll buy. So whether it's like you said, samples, or if you ended up buying something that's a small price, like let's say it's a hand cream or a bath bomb, something that's under $10, that let's say only, I don't know, you've only invited 15 people, and I don't know, what's that, 15 times, and if you ended up getting them half off or whatever. I'm just thinking of little things you could do to get something full size into someone's hand that it's not just a sample. So I like the idea of the bath bomb because no one's really, for me, I haven't sold one yet. I'll be honest. I bought them myself and I just used one and I love it, but you got to get stuff into people's hands for them to try it. And a lot of those things like that aren't going to be something you can really sample out.
Yeah. I know one girl who I talked to about her open houses, she said that she sent actual paper, like postcard invitations to people in her VIP group.
Yes.
So instead of just doing a Facebook invite, doing something like that to get more interest.
Stand out.
She also had like an hourly theme. So like the first hour was just like warmers and bars, and then the second hour was like laundry and cleaning, and then the third hour was diffusers and oils. So people either had to come back if they wanted the other things, or they stayed the whole time, which meant they were spending more money because they were there longer and feeling more appreciated, I guess. So you could always kind of along the lines of what Erin was saying, like with the themes and giving, you could time it out also, so that and then or maybe every hour you raffle something off a full size instead of everybody getting.
That's a good idea.
A bath bomb. Like your first hour you're going to raffle off a bar, and your second hour you're going to raffle off this, and your third hour you're going to raffle off that. And again, your raffles don't have to be full size products. Your raffles can be different swag bags or different samples. They really can be. You really don't have to give away anything in this business. I personally never give anything away. I'm El Cheapo. Erin's kind of the opposite of me. She likes to give lots away, but I'm Stingy McStingerson.
Are they doing the bath bombs for bundles yet, or is it just you get one, or you buy one and get one?
You just buy one. It's $8 for
Okay.
one. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the whole body line is not in the bundle and save. So curious to see if that'll change in the new catalog.
I can only use the hand cream, so.
Excuse me.
All right, guys. Well, I told you I'm El Cheapo, and I don't pay for Zoom, so it's gonna kick us off here soon. So before it kicks us out, why don't we just say goodbye so it's not awkward? And I'm really happy that you guys all came, and hopefully, I know I got some good ideas.
Yeah. Notes.
Me too.
Always learning. That's the key. That's the key to success in this business. Never stop learning.
Did everybody like this venue? Did they get value from this? You got some stuff back good,
Yes.
casual, like invite more than just